Hey guys, Rob Shoecraft here with 3 Storm Fitness. Today I'm going to be reviewing my Mobility Mag lacrosse balls, or Mobility Mag mobility balls. I believe that's what they are. So what we have here is, if you've ever seen, I think I have like 60 videos out there of me doing a bunch of different exercises with lacrosse balls. If you haven't seen me do it, there's several million more of other people doing them. Dr. Kelly Starrett made them super popular with his Supple Leopard book and his Mobility Wad YouTube channel. Check it out if you haven't already. But I'm a huge fan of them. My clients use lacrosse balls. I use them all the time. And most exercises you can get away with just using a single lacrosse ball with no special attachments, which is why they're so fun to use and apply everywhere. They're only like $3 a piece, as long as you get a lacrosse ball and not like a special branded, mobility ball. Of course this is, but this offers a little bit more. So yeah, they're super cheap, but there are some exercises that are kind of tricky to do with just a single lacrosse ball, and in many cases are better with when you have two. For instance, if you want to run the muscles along the side of your spine, like your rectus spinae, you want to go up and down, or you want to run between your shoulder blades. Trying to keep 2 lacrosse balls together is a pain. You could wrap it up in voodoo floss or tape them or something like that, and that's fine. But if you tape them, then it just kind of gets old after a little while. They also make specialty units, little peanuts you can buy, which nothing wrong with that. If you want to spend a little extra money on that, that's totally fine, and they work well. This is kind of neat though. So these two come apart. You have 2 strong magnets on the inside here, and so you can use them as individual lacrosse balls. Then you can put them together. You could use it as a peanut to run between like I said, the shoulder blades or along sides of the spine, and that's great. It does work very well. I thought that it would probably come apart when I was putting pressure on it, but honestly it has stayed together. I've been using it the whole week, every day. Another exercise I really like to do, sorry, this camera angle sucks, but I'll put this on the ground and just drive this along my forearms. This holds together quite well. As you can see, I'm putting a lot of pressure on it right now, and it's staying together. I've really dug into it on the floor and really got into it, and they hold up very well. They're not going anywhere, yet they're still pretty easy to take apart. Now, one of the things I really like about this is I could just throw this up on my power rack. Now, ordinarily I'd be standing up and really driving into it, but because I'm the world's worst cameraman, you're just gonna have to imagine. So I'm driving into it right now, really digging into the area around my shoulder blade, infraspinatus, subscapularis, all that happy, fun stuff back there. Drive into it, and it's wonderful. Now you could do that on a wall, but you're gonna have to like pin the lacrosse ball down. I've done it a million times. I mean, it's not like it's impossible to do, but this just makes it so much easier. It does kind of move around a little bit while you're doing it, if you're really digging into it, but it does reset itself pretty well. I do kind of wish the magnet was maybe just a little bit stronger for stuff like this, especially if you have like a powder-coated power rack like I do, my Road R4 here. But honestly, it holds together pretty well. You can also smash your traps with it, which is just lovely. Really dig into it. Like I said, it rocks around a little bit, but very solid. I saw on the website what they were doing. Hang on a second. What they were doing was taking barbells hang on. Sorry guys. Would have been cool if I had that out ahead of time, huh? Taking barbells and doing heavy trap smashes by racking them. If you could imagine racking it and then driving up into it. If you've ever seen Kelly Starrett do this, he does this all the time. Driving into it. Problem with that, I can't really get the purchase that I want with it. It just sort of rolls around the barbell when I really drive into it. So it doesn't work that well. However, if you have something like a more rectangular surface bar, like my Black Widow Swiss bar here, holds up a little bit better. So if you're gonna drive up underneath it, you can really, this is the world's most awesome ghetto blaster here. I feel like do the right thing. Forrest Whitaker. No, never mind. Okay, so that works pretty well. But again, what I like to use it for the most is driving it along the other side of my spine. Throw it on the power rack, really drive it into my shoulder blade area where I'm super tender there, and my traps, of course, like right before I can bench press. Heavy bench press day. It's good to warm that up. I love this thing. It's 34 bucks. I think they're 34 bucks. Which I think is a pretty good deal. It's not, I wouldn't want to pay any more than that, personally. But I kind of did some real rough math on it. I used to buy magnets for hobbies, a couple just random hobbies, and I'm not by no means an expert, but I'm somewhat familiar with the price of them. These magnets here, if I had to guess, if you're gonna buy them list, you're probably spending, like on just a per unit basis, not buying in bulk, maybe $5 a piece, $4 or $5 a piece. So say $8, $10 there. $3 each on lacrosse balls, maybe $3 or $4. So we'll say another $8 there. So we're about $18. Then you have to have a drill to drill into the rubber. Drill bit, I don't know, maybe like an extra buck. So probably like $20, give or take, to make this. If you're like me, you'd have to go through a couple different lacrosse balls because you'd screw it up 2 or 3 times. Plus the adhesive and all that. Yeah, I'd say about $20 to make this if you're just gonna buy the material yourself without buying in bulk. So, I don't know, I think 34 bucks is probably a decent price. It saves me in the long run. Like if you look at the price of like a Rogue makes a Battlestar that racks the Infinity rigs and Monster rigs. It just goes directly into the hole here. But they think they sell those for like $65. Now Battlestars are pretty sweet, but you can't really take it off. It's not as versatile as this. So yeah, pretty solid buy altogether. If you have one of these, or you have another type of product like this, let me know. If you have any questions about it, holler at me. And thank you very much for watching. Have a good day. Subscribe to my videos.